Hibbs is here. We can begin.
Thank you for joining us here this morning. On this brisk morning, my fellow Democratic Senate Judiciary Committee colleagues and I are here at the FBI headquarters today on the day the Senate Republicans have scheduled a vote to confirm Kash Patel, President Trump's nominee for FBI Director. We stand outside the building that Mr. Patel on one day plans to, quote, shut down and reopen the next day as a museum of the deep state. That is one of many of the bizarre political statements made by the man who is asking for 10 years as director of the FBI. After meeting with Mr. Patel and reviewing his record, questioning him at the hearing, I'm convinced he has neither the experience, the judgment, nor the temperament to lead the FBI. My Senate Republican colleagues are willfully ignoring myriad red flags about Mr. Patel, especially his recurring instinct to threaten retribution against his perceived enemies. This is an extremely dangerous flaw for someone who seeks to lead the nation's most powerful domestic investigative agency for the next 10 years. What is this all about? What is Patel's mission? It's pretty clear the first item on his mission is to revise history, to somehow blame the police for January 6th, to call the National Guard cowards in uniform, quote unquote, cowards in uniform. Before his nomination, Mr. Patel was an endless source of outrageous conspiracy theories that benefit President Trump, claiming that January 6th was, quote, never an insurrection, quote unquote, and that the FBI was, quote, planning January 6th for a year. Planning January 6th for a year, he said of the FBI. It's not only dangerous, but what he's doing is irresponsible. Mr. Patel has even gone so far as producing and selling recordings of songs performed by the January 6 rioters who violently assaulted police officers. Mr. Patel calls these rioters political prisoners. Patel's sympathies are clearly for the convicted mobsters and not the police who were their victims. And now he wants to be the director of the #1 criminal investigative agency in the world. I was there that day on January 6th, as many of my colleagues standing here with me. Those insurrectionists are not political prisoners. They were rioters on a mission from Donald Trump. Before even being confirmed as FBI director, Mr. Patel was already seeking retribution on behalf of President Trump, despite his status as a private citizen. What is happening now, we verified through multiple whistleblowers inside this building and beyond. The new administration is cleansing the ranks of the FBI of anyone who may have participated in the investigation of January 6th. We are talking about 5,000 people in the FBI who were doing their duty as asked. 5,000 out of 38,000 who now stand subject to the new administration's scrutiny. Multiple whistleblowers have verified this information over and over again. Senior leaders with collectively 100 years of experience have been forced out, creating a leadership vacuum here at the FBI. Thousands of line agents fear losing their jobs simply because they were assigned to work on cases involving January 6th or President Trump. In the FBI's long history, this has never happened before. There was only one political person in the FBI, the director. All the others are professionals, law enforcement professionals, risking their lives for the safety of America. Mr. Patel has been open about his plans to dismantle the FBI and seek retribution. His directives as a private citizen have already thrown the Bureau into chaos before the actual vote. Mr. Patel will be a political and national security disaster if confirmed. My Judiciary Democratic colleagues and I have continually sounded the alarm. Now it is up to a handful of Senate Republicans as to whether they have the courage to step out and do publicly what they have told these FBI agents they want to do, and that is vote against Kash Patel. What is at stake is the future of the FBI, and I look forward to this vote today in the hopes that they'll come forward and join us in this effort. Next is Senator Whitehouse.
Oh, what's his name?
Senator Sheldon Whitehouse.
Thank you, Nick.